Hey everybody, what's going on out there? Uh, people, there was something that happened last night. There's a guy, and I've been following him for quite some time now. Now, the first time I even saw his channel, found out anything about him, the thing that caught my eye is he uses a 1998 Jeep Grand Cherokee in his logo. It's called Barricade Garage. Now, that's the actual thing that because he uses that like a logo whenever he does his videos. Barricade Garage comes up with this Jeep, and I know he owns at least one. He does own I believe it's a 1998 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now, you guys all know I own and my son own. We both own 1998 Cherokees. They're not Grand Cherokees. They're XJs. But anyway, that was the first thing that caught my attention about this man's channel, and I'm glad it did. But I went there just because it was Barricade Garage had this Jeep Grand Cherokee, 1998 Jeep Grand Cherokee on the logo. So I wanted to go there and see if it was about Jeeps and stuff. Well, at that time, um, I think I'm not even for sure what he was doing at the time because he wasn't even talking about doing repairs at that time. I think by this point he was already doing um, these comedy skits, and he's good. He's good at them. They're funny. He's put a lot of thought into them. He plays all the parts, and the funny thing about it is, folks, when I started watching these skits, I wasn't even really paying attention, and he was doing different voices and stuff. And I would comment and say, "Man, you guys did a good job," and everything. Hell, it was just him. And I don't even know how many times I watched and thought it was more than just him. But ended up finding out he was the one doing all the parts. But anyway, it, and I want to get all this out, man. This guy, and I've never met him in my life. I only know what he puts out in his videos. And from what I've seen and heard, and the words that come out of his mouth, and he is, and there's no doubt in my mind, my heart, or my soul, a follower of the way. He follows Jesus Christ, and he'll tell you. Now, whatever he tells you about his background, I don't give two shits about his background because his background, everybody's background doesn't make a difference if you're following Jesus Christ at this point. Once you make that decision, everything you've done before that, it's washed clean. And I know this man's done that. And whatever brought him to where he's at today, God bless that. Because, I went through things and it took those things to get me to where I am today. So, and I don't think he's got a problem with that either. But I don't know the man's name. All I know is he goes by Barricade Garage. I've never heard him use his name. Big Homey. He does these skits. He's got these names. I don't know. But he is a good man. There's no doubt in my mind, and I don't care what he's done in his past. I know today he's doing good. He's doing good things. So this is why I reached out to this guy. I've been following, like I said, I've been following his skits. They come up anytime he does a live or his skits or anything. They would come up. Well, yeah, he started doing these live things all the time now, and it's kind of like what I do, but he always goes live, and I love that. I can sit and listen to this guy talk for hours because he's like me. He's not looking. He don't have a computer screen in front of him, and he's talking about a story that he knows nothing about. He's like me. He researches this stuff if he sees stuff he wants to know about or whatever, he does the research, he looks into it, he knows what he's talking about. And when he speaks from his memory. That's what I like about this guy the most. Because there's a lot of big, and this guy's big channel, 100, I think 150,000 subs. So he's doing something right. That's for damn sure. But this is what I'm saying. He reminds me so much of me. Now our backgrounds are a little different. As far as I know, I don't really know other than what he's talked about his background, but my backgrounds could be similar. I tell my stories too, but I can't tell it all. But I felt like this guy, maybe if I reached out, they're shutting my channel down so much. I haven't had a sub change in I think about a year and a half. And my views just get smaller and smaller. Come on, my main channel's less than 1,200 people, or no, 13, or yeah, less than 1,200 people. Now, believe me, folks, when I first started rolling, my shit was jumping up. It was rolling. Sometimes I'd get up in the middle of the night or get up in the next morning, and I'd done jumped up 200 subs, just boom. At a time when there wasn't a whole lot of shadow banning. And I went from, man, you guys can go back and look at my subs. I think I started this channel in 2015. I think it was September 17th or something like that, 2015. Now, for about 3 years, I topped at the end of the first 3 years, I topped out at like 34 subs. Then all of a sudden, I don't know what it was, what happened, but I started focusing because I was doing a lot of different things. I was filming cops. I was doing some different things. I didn't have a lot of time to spend on it. But, I was just trying to get something just to play with it. I've been in photography, folks, since I was probably 11 or 12. And this is back when you had to, it was analog. There wasn't no digital stuff. You had to take your film in to be developed. Well, I was doing all the developing and everything. I was doing it at school, And my parents bought me the stuff to make a dark room at my house. I just never had nowhere I could put the enlargers or had they were talking about the attic, but it never got done. I don't even know where I was going with that. Here I go, folks. I forget what I'm talking about. Oh, but what I was saying about this guy, he does everything from his mind too. He does study what he wants to know about, and then he comes out and talks about it, and that shows you somebody who's knowledgeable. Now we're gonna and we might get a number mixed up or something that ain't quite dead on because we are working from memory. But that's why I was reaching out to this guy yesterday. I've been trying to reach out to him, and when he does his live shows, I've tried to get in, but I'm just not that big of a channel, and that's what I found with a lot of these bigger channels. If you're not at least 50,000, 100,000 people, they won't even acknowledge you or even talk to you or even anything, man. It doesn't matter what you send them. Most of the time, I don't even get any kind of a response. So last night, it kind of surprised me that I did end up getting one. Now, again, folks, I don't have even the slightest problem with this man that runs Barricade Garage. I have never had a problem with it. The only thing I was trying to get one of these bigger channels' attention because I need some outside help here. I can't get. I'm just trying to get people to back me up, and stand with me. I'm not asking you to come put your ass on the line like I've done. I'm not asking you to send me money. I don't want no. I'm not asking for no money. I ain't spent a dime on this trial yet, so I'm not asking for no money. I'm not asking for no pity. I'm not asking for anything, really. I'm not. All I'm asking, this man is this. I wish I knew his name. I'm gonna give him a name, Big Homey. He's called himself Big Homey, and that's one of the names I remember in his doggone skit. So I'm gonna call him Big Homey from now on until he gives me his real name or gives us or whoever his real name. He's Big Homey from now on. Barricade Garage is Big Homey to me. Well, I think Big Homie's a good man. I know he knows the Word of God. I know he follows the way. And I need people like that to back me, to help. I'm not, see, I keep trying, I'm not trying to use the word help. I'm trying for you guys to understand so that you guys will watch my story or my videos or ask me what the hell I'm talking about so that I can explain it to you. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I need people with morals, people who believe in the way, Jesus Christ. I need us all to stand together. Whether we're fighting, now people, the stuff I'm fighting in this courtroom, it ain't no big deal. Right now, they've got me on a $1,500 OR bond. That's because I don't not show up in court. So they didn't even take me to jail, folks. These people arrested me at my house, apologized for arresting me. The two arresting officers said they wouldn't do it if they weren't ordered to do it. They handcuffed me in front of my neighbors. Now, I haven't had handcuffs on me in 30 years. For anything. For any reason, there was no reason to put handcuffs on me that night either. But they did in front of my neighbors. They took me to the police station. They booked me, fingerprinted me, and got asked me for my social security number, and I gave it to them. They then, after the police report comes in saying I aimed my car at a police officer, tried to run him down when I refused to stop, the officers that arrested me then took me, we walked back out to the police car, got in it, he drove me home, and do they do that for criminals, people? No. They told me, oh, you don't have to worry about it. This won't ever reach the papers. Nobody will ever even know you've been arrested. This is what they told me. Why? Because they had alternative motives. They were trying to ID me and they couldn't do it. So this is what I'm talking about, Big Homie. I'm not asking you for no money. Now, from the comments, you did me, you know what? You did me something that could have possibly helped, but it was the sarcasm that went with it. You said, okay, here I'm going, and you pinned my comment on your channel, on that video that I was commenting on. You pinned it. But this is what you left. Seeing as how you wanted the attention, here you go. Well, Big Homie, I was hoping you wouldn't take it that way. Really. Seriously. Because, man, I know you're a good man. I know there's no doubt in my mind. The words that come out of your mouth, I know what you believe. And it's the exact same thing I believe. Now, I look into your face when I'm watching your videos. Hopefully, you might look into my face right now while you're watching my video. And I want you to know, if I saw you on the street and somebody was trying to harm you in any way, I'd bring down everything I have on them to protect you. Everything I have. All I'm looking for is some people that's got my back. That's going to have my back. I'm not asking for no money. You are somebody that is supposed to be a member of the same family as mine. I'm asking a brother for some backup. Maybe you can get my story out about the corruption of this police department, Boardman Township Police Department in Boardman Township, Ohio. They're corrupted. And it's not just the Boardman Township Police Department. It's the trustees that run the township. I've tried to go to there is no mayor. There's a mayor of Youngstown, Ohio, but Boardman Township's out of his jurisdiction. So they have these trustees, and they don't want to be a mayor. They don't want to be a city and have a mayor because they like the way they do things now. And the Boardman Township Police Department's been violating so many people's rights. They started violating mine the second I moved around this area. And I've been fighting them ever since. There's videos on my channel. This is what I'm trying to get, man. I want you, I don't care, Big Homey, about these followers of yours, because I got a taste of that today. They think I'm attacking you. I wasn't attacking you, man. I'm trying to get your attention. And that's hard. That's not an easy thing to do. I have no reason to attack you. I have no reason. I'm trying to get you to know that there's other people out here just like you. Man, if we all come together, could you imagine what it would be like to deal with people like you and I if we're standing there together and we feel the same way and we say the same things? Can you imagine what could happen on this earth if that was the case? You and me standing side by side, because we both feel the same way. I've got so many videos on my channel just like yours. If you want to know about me, I know about you. If you want to know about me, Big Homie, watch some of my videos, man. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking you to do anything. I want you to watch my videos, see what I'm going through. And you know what? Maybe if you just talked about it one time and said, you know what, this guy, and kind of explained it yourself the way you do, that could have maybe gotten somebody's attention that is just like you and I, but has some power. Because you and I, we're nobodies. You're a nobody, I'm a nobody, we'll never be anybody. But there's people out here that are, or they hold these so-called positions. And they do have some kind of a little bit of power, control, or they fit in the lie somewhere. And they do, from time to time, make things happen. God uses evil people just as much as he uses good people to get his will done. So that's all I was talking about, Big Homie, man. I love your damn videos. The skits and stuff, I've laughed my ass off. That's some funny shit. And you show me a point I didn't even see. And I wouldn't want you to stop that. If that's what you're about, though, that's cool. That's what I was saying. Just stick with that if that's all it is, man. Because I know you follow Jesus. There's no doubt about that. And that's not what your channel is about. Then that's cool. That's cool. No biggie. But I just want to make it clear, man. I give you a shout out for what you do, because if not for people like you, man, it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Before it gets better. And at this point, I don't believe it'll ever get better until Jesus comes back now. But this racism, all these lies, man, I know you feel the same way I do, so I don't even have to go into it. But like I said, man, may God bless us all. And I hope he blesses you and yours, big homie, because I know where you are in life. I hope he blesses you and gives you things you don't even tell people you want. You just wish. You just wish for it, or whatever it might be. I hope you're blessed with it, because you do good work. Make no mistake. And make no mistake, God loves us all, folks. And I love you too. That's it. Man, we got to all come together at some point, folks. We got to come together. It's what we are told to do. A man alone is an easy target. Just remember that. God loves you, and so do I, man. Have a good day. Good night. Hey, shout out to Barricade Garage. I hope you many, many years of success at whatever you do, man. And I hope your family the same thing. Good day, man.